Hello everyone, and welcome to this week's Adobe extension QuickTip tutorial. In this one, I'm going to be showing you a super awesome built-in Node.js method that allows us to basically execute any file on the computer, whether it be an exe file, a music file, or a video of turtles. And not only that, we can close it and it will recognize when this file has been completed or finished playing or executed or basically closed, and we can then do other code things after that. Before we get started with this video, I do want to remind you down below, hit subscribe and the bell icon to be notified of new videos coming out twice weekly in the channel. And down in the description, you can follow us on GitHub, where you can also download this extension testing code and update these few lines of code we're going to be going over today. Follow us there for coding updates, and in the description, follow us on Instagram for other live updates. If you're not already a member of our Discord server, make sure you come and join to get help with scripting, extensions, plugins, UXB plugins, submit tutorial ideas, hang out with members, plenty to do here. And if you'd like to help support us on YouTube, you can do so in the description by becoming a member, supporter, premium supporter, or VIP, which comes with cool perks. And you can also check out the links to AE Scripts, Gumroad, and Adobe Exchange to see other cool stuff that I make. If you're not already aware, there are a number of built-in Node.js modules, which I go over in this video here. And in these, we have one called child process. And this is a super useful thing to actually allow us to execute files on our system. And because this is built in, we can simply include Node.js in our extension and have full access to this. So of course, you want to make sure you have Node.js enabled in your extension, which again, you can check out right here as well. And once you've enabled this in your manifest file and made sure it works correctly, we're going to do this inside of our JavaScript section. The first thing we're going to do is just go ahead and clear some of our code here. The way we're going to include our child process is a little bit different than usual. Sometimes you simply give it a variable like this, but in this case, we're putting it inside of these brackets. I'm not entirely sure why this is versus doing like const fs is equal to require fs. I think this could be to make it some kind of object or something. I'm not entirely sure, but it does need to be wrapped in these brackets here. After that, we can simply say execute, and you can see we actually have help here, so we can see what arguments we need to give it. The first thing we need to provide it is the command. This is actually the file itself that we're going to launch. And I also believe it has to be in quotes, so I will put it inside of single quotes on the outside and double on the inside. And then what I'm going to create is a variable. Since we are using const, let's just use let. We'll call it file path, and we can set this really to be any path on our computer. Let's say I want to open up Photoshop when they launch this extension. No particular reason, but we have the ability to. So I'll copy my path to Photoshop and paste that inside of my file path variable. I'm also going to switch these slashes around just so that they look nicer and work on my Windows computer. And we're going to put in our file path here. Now, I'm pretty sure we can actually just run this, but there's also a callback function we can use as well to know when it's complete. So let's just make sure that this execute function works and see that we launch Photoshop when we launch our extension. And as you can see, Photoshop is indeed launching. So if you want, you can just use the execute function here and provide it a file path, and it will work just fine to launch it. And I believe if we remove as well these quotes, let's just double check that this doesn't work, because perhaps you don't need them. And yes, you certainly do need them, because I believe the execute command has to be passed as a string of some kind. But now we can do a callback function as well. So if we have a second argument, add a comma, you can see we have a callback here. This provides us with options to use an error, a standard out, and a standard error. So we have three arguments we can have here: error, std out, and std error. Standard, of course. And then we will use some nice anonymous function syntax. And basically, after this file has been done, basically being closed, done being executed, any code we want can run here. We can say done with my file now. And once this is done, it will alert that. So I can go ahead and close this, rerun it, and it really won't alert anything, I believe, until I close Photoshop or whatever my app is. So inside of, if I go back into After Effects, nothing's alerted, but I believe as soon as I kill the exe file, or if you're on a Mac, your process, it will say alert done with my file now. So that's how you can execute a file of any kind, and then also have a callback function which executes once it's done running or is closed. And as you can imagine, this opens up a lot of possibilities to connecting to other programming languages, other applications, or just doing some unique, fun things. If you enjoyed the video, hit the thumbs up button. Down below, hit subscribe and the bell icon to be notified of new videos coming out twice weekly in the channel. And down in the description, you can follow us on GitHub for coding updates, as well as Instagram for other live updates. If you're not already a member of our Discord server, make sure you come and join to get help with scripting, extensions, plugins, submit tutorial ideas, and much more. And if you'd like to help support us on YouTube, you can do so in the description by becoming a member, supporter, premium supporter, or VIP, which comes with cool perks. And there's also links in the description to AE Scripts, Gumroad, and Adobe Exchange to check out some of the other cool tools that I make. Thanks again for watching. We'll see you next time.